1:32 a.m. Time heals all wounds. Have you ever heard that saying? Time heals all wounds. All. Time can heal all wounds. Or time can make everything better. Or with time, everything will be okay. But time is important. Time is the number one factor in healing everything. According to this particular verb, or this particular, let's say, word, or this particular sentence, time, a lot of things rely on time. Time is everything. What if I told you that I can prove factually with numerical data, with everything, that this saying can be quantified, and I can prove it, that I'll go one step further, that I will show you a time formula that would heal coronavirus and any virus you ever get. I can actually show you the truth in the phrase, time heals everything, or time can heal all wounds. First, we have to understand what time is. The normal understanding of time is in the GMT time log, which is the English time log. So let's just go by that, yeah? The GMT time log explains, yeah, that everyone is given 24 hours in a day. So 24 hours in a day. And it explains that 24 hours is divided into 4 quarters. 4 quarters. The first quarter, morning. Second, afternoon. Third, evening. And the fourth, night. Each quarter is worth 6 hours. So it will look something like this. 6, 6, 6, 6. Morning, afternoon, evening, and night. 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 equals 24 hours in one day. That's the basic breakdown of time. But understand this. 6, 6, 6, 6, 4 sixes, they have a name. Each 6 has a name. The first one is called morning. Look in the dictionary, because that is the only way you can actually find out 100% what morning is. There's no other way. So look it up. Find the meaning of morning. Afternoon. Find the meaning of afternoon. After the noon. Afternoon. But find the meaning of afternoon, because the English dictionary is the only way you can 100% confirm each word. Evening. Evening. When you're evening something, get this. The word evening, yeah, or even, yeah. Even is when something is divided equally. But the action of dividing is called evening. So you're evening things out. But when you even things out, they become equal. Evening is a 6 o'clock in the evening. There's only actually 6 hours left out of 24 hours. For it to be even, it has to be 12 o'clock. And then you have 12 hours gone, 12 hours left, even. But anyway, find out what they say evening means. And then night. Find out what they say night means. Now, I want you to have this one understanding. None of their explanation, will lead you to anything pertaining to your health and your well-being. It just tells you this is how the day is. You decide, when you go to the gym. You decide when you take a shower. You decide all that. It doesn't help you with anything to do with how you live life. But get this, life, is nothing but time.
You are here.
The human, to have life, you are earth, water, air, and sun. When you connect these four things, you have life. Once you've connected these four things and you have life, now life is weighed with time. So as long as you're breathing, you have time. And what you use that time for is what makes your chances of being given another 24 hours, better. So, time and any word pertaining to time should really be giving you, what should be happening at that time of the day. To condition you for a full 24 hours and to get you ready for the other 24 hours if you're graced. So, in order to heal you, of everything, I want to make you aware, the English did not start time. The English actually were not the first to calculate time. Time was calculated before the English language was already found. So I'm going to give you an ancient code, an ancient time system, an ancient system that tells you how you live. Each 24 hours you're graced. And then through this ancient system, I will show you how you can be healed from coronavirus. When I'm done, I will explain why I'm doing all this and why I need you to please listen. My name is Kojo. It means I'm a Monday born. I'm from the Hebrew land of Ghana. I'm a Kan, Ashanti to be precise. My people, we're ancient people, and we have an ancient system of writing. We're phonetics, we're oralists. It means we're masters of language. We have 22 phonetic alphabetic characters, and we also have another system for communication called Edinkra. The Egyptians, they have 22 phonetic alphabetic characters, and they have another system for communication called hieroglyphics, the same as Edinkra. They taught this to the Greeks, and the Greeks became 22 phonetic alphabetic carriers, and they also use hieroglyphics. They taught this to the Freemasons, and the Freemasons also became masters of 22 alphabetic characters, phonetic alphabetic characters, and they also use hieroglyphics, Edinkra. And we all know much of the template that the world operates on now is derived through Egyptology. But if my people have the same system that Egyptology has, but are not Egyptian, it means they have the same system, they understood the same system, but used it differently. Could their one benefit us? Could their one, make us immune from coronavirus? Can my people prove that time truly does heal everything? Let's go. I'm gonna give you a time formula called the Owari time code. The Owari time code. But first I have to explain what Owari is. You already know what time is, and you already understand what the word code is. But you need to understand what the word Owari is. The word Owari denotes or refers to a game. Yeah? The game is this. In front of me, yeah, I've got a board. A small, tiny little board with 6 holes on it. On the opposite side, which will be in front of you, you have the same shape, same size as me, with 6 holes. Okay. In my holes, in each one, there are 4 seeds. So 6 times 4 equals 24. In front of you is the same. So 6 times 4 equals 24. 24 hours in a day. Just like the English system says. But remember, we are playing with time when we're playing with this game. And I'm going to explain it fully. Yeah? Okay. Now I want to point out something to you. The English system says that time is 6 by 4. 6, 6, 6, 6. The Owari time code, yeah, denotes that time is 4 by 6. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Immediately, understand this. Every time you go out to buy anything, yeah, or every time you go out to seek anything, you go out to seek for more. Although you always end up with 24 hours, the English only give you 4 time slots, but the Akans in the Owari time code give you 6 time slots. Why? As I explained to you earlier, the names morning, afternoon, evening, and night, they don't have any explanations that pertains to your health. Now, to prove my point, I now have to delve into the language to get the information for you. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 6 times. Each 4-hour slot has a name. Because when you look on the Owari in front of me, you have 6 slots with 4 seeds in each slot. Now, in front of me and in front of you, already this is telling you something. In life, no man has more time than the other. We are all equal in the eyes of time. We are all given the same amount of time. In front of you are 24 hours. It will never be less unless you let me beat you for it. In front of me are 24 hours. It will never be less unless I let you trick me and take my hours, and I end up enslaving myself for you. That's all this board means. Is your portion. In Ghana here, in the Akan culture, when you were born, yeah, initially you used to get a plot given to your family on your behalf, and it was 4 by 6. That's denoted here. Your inheritance is denoted here. So let's carry on. I'm going to give you the dimensions because this pertains to your health. Each seed in each pot is a 60-minute clock. There are 4 hours in each pot. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4 times 6. 4 times 6. Okay. Now I'm going to give you what what Akans in Ghana call the names of the times of the day. And you're going to realize it fits perfectly with the amount of pots. And it fits perfectly with everything I'm going to show you. But you're going to then see purpose. Watch. In the first pot, the whole pot, the whole 4 hours is called, in the first pot, yeah, the whole pot is called Adie Achi. Adie Achi. That pot begins from 12 midnight to 4. So 4 hours from 12 midnight to 4. Now, the name of the word, that's where the secret is. Adie Achi. Adie means something or everything. In translation into English, Achi means to catch. So something or everything has been caught. Everything is time. That's something they're talking about. They're talking about time. Why? Because it's 12 midnight. It's the next day. You have caught time. You have been given something and possibly everything if you make it 24 hours. Adie Achi. The whole pot, all 4 clocks are one. Most likely, you should be relaxing and sleeping. The next pot. The next part is a bit funny. Watch. The first clock is called Marching. Marching. Ma means me or I. Chi means catch. So I catch or I caught. Around about this time, around about 5, you're awake. Yeah, you're awake, and you can confirm you have caught something. So the first clock in that pot, yeah, is called marching. The next 2 clocks, so the next 2 hours are called Ahum Achin. Ahum Achin. Ahum in Hebrew Iconology T993 means breath or to breathe. Both. It means breath or to breathe, or that which you breathe. Achi means catch. Catch. So, to catch your breath. What does this mean? And what are the health implications of this? The car can be as beautiful as it wants. The woman can be as beautiful as she wants. The guy can be as beautiful as he wants. But he can't be as strong as he wants if his heart is weak. You see the heart? You can go to the gym and train your hands as much as you want. But if your heart is weak, you will never get strong. And you will never get big. Because the driving engine behind everything you are is your heart. Is the driving engine behind everything you are is your heart. Without the engine, everything ceases to exist. You die and you rot. As long as the engine is beaten, you have breath in you, because that's what the engine's job is, to get breath in you and to pump all the enzymes in your body around. So get this, you see this muscle called the heart, it needs training. This is talking about inner core immune system training. So why at this time of the morning? Why at Ahum Achi? Yeah. During the day, the sun is beaten. There's carbon dioxide in the air. Even back then, yeah. When the sun is beaten, yeah, the trees are no longer releasing oxygen because they have to reserve it to keep themselves alive. So when the sun is beaten, they're holding on to it. And then they're also not really working hard to saturate, yeah, our air, because they're trying to preserve their own lives. Love thy neighbor as you love thyself. Well, if you don't love yourself first, how can you know how to love your neighbor? So during the day, the trees, in order not to die, they preserve their energy and they preserve anything that will sustain their life. You understand what I'm saying? So when it gets to night, when we are meant to be sleeping and causing less damage, the trees start to take in, yeah, the carbon dioxide, and then slowly they start to release the oxygen. Because the sun is not beaten, it means they're not working hard to protect themselves from dying. It means they can let go of all the oxygen they've accumulated, sucking bad air, convert it into clean air and let it go. They will do all this, the whole way till very early till we start to mess it up. So if you want to train your heart, you have to give your heart the best, because your heart will take this into every part of your body. So if you want to feed every part of your body the absolute of you, air, you need to find the best time to take it in. The best time is Ahom Achim. It's a 2-hour breathing exercise where you take in the most oxygenated air, the freshest air, natural air. But at the same time, you train the most vital part of the human organ, the one that keeps everything in motion, the engine. If your immune system is strong, coronavirus won't touch you. That's the secret to it. But let's carry on. The last clock, so from Ahom Achim, the last clock is Anopa. Anopa. The word Ano, it means mouth. The word Pa, it means good. So in translation, it means mouth good. What does that mean? It's indicating this is around the time you're meant to be cleaning your mouth. Not only that, this is around the time you make your mouth good. You clean your mouth and you put something in your mouth to feed yourself. But get this. What morning, afternoon and evening fail to tell you, because they leave you to guess it for yourself, is that you see your morning meal. It's not a meal. It's not meant to be a meal. You're meant to be working to a time formula. So before you actually eat a real meal, your first meal of the day is air, the absolute, 2 hours. Your second, and that lines, and oxygenates every part of your body, which you know is absolute to you. It gives you, what else? Fuel, clean fuel, because it's been saturated overnight and clean, and all the filth has been sucked out, especially if you live in a dense forest area. So for your breakfast, you should have it in your head that you're not really eating for the sake of eating. You're eating for the sake of growth. So this is how you're meant to eat breakfast. You're meant to think and understand that if you go outside for 2 hours and breathe absolute air for 2 hours, that, let me tell you something, you are going to be filled. This is going to greatly reduce, once you get used to it, it's going to reduce the portions you take. So let me show you how you're meant to eat in the morning. You're meant to eat, fruit and nuts and things that align your stomach with all the natural enzymes that help to digest food. And then, you understand what I'm saying? You are ready to eat food. So, for example, in the morning at Anopa, mouth good, you've cleaned your mouth. Now you're going to align your stomach with all needed enzymes that make the human strong throughout the day. I'll give you a good example. It's bitter cola. Listen, most of our problems, fat, anything, diabetes, is to do with sugars in our system. Some people think that eating natural foods with sugar in them, naturally, means that you shouldn't get sick from them. Problem is, sugar is sugar. The problem is, there are two, there's good and bad. In life, there are two forces. There's good and bad. There's push and pull. There's sugar and sour. These are two forces that fight each other. You use sourness to combat sugar, to cut down sugar's power. So they tell you to eat. eat bacon in the morning, fat, eat this, eat that. But your stomach is not aligned to digest that fat. So it just straight away sits on your tissues because you don't have the enzymes to break it down like the pigs do. But these enzymes exist in foods. Cola nut is one of them. Listen, it's bitter, but it's got a sharp taste, a sharp sweetness to it. And it awakens the taste buds. So in the morning, you'll be surprised, it's full of fiber. Because you've been breathing in 2 hours of air and you're going to eat cola nuts, it means you're going to also put water to that. And let me tell you, 2 glasses of warm water, cola nuts, and a glass of herbal tea. That's all you need to have in the morning. These are the enzymes that are going to align your stomach to help you to get rid of everything you take in after that, after your body has finished using it. But Anopa, that's what it's for. That's the second pot finished. The third pot, the whole third pot is called Area Mre. Area Mre. Okay, so in the morning you've had all your things, and remember you had fiber-based nuts and fiber-based products. So you were filled up and you had air and you had water. So you had earth, water, air, and now you need to add the fourth element. This is the Bunsen burner. The human, you are a chemistry pot. You start chewing your food to break it down, and it goes on breaking it down and breaking it down. But you need heat. So Area Mre is the third pot. Area means sun. Mre means time. Area means sun. Mre means time. So my people are indicating that at this time you need to find yourself under the sun. Because if someone says sun time, it means this is the time for the sun. But sun time starts between 8 to 12. So from 8 to 12, sun time. Why? Because the orange sun, you see the orange sun, the morning sun, is the best sun for photosynthesis for the human. Photosynthesis means growth, and it is only the sun that gives that. So technically speaking, get this, they sell a vitamin pill, and the vitamin pill is called vitamin D. Vitamin D is a growth hormone, and is also for photosynthesis. But vitamin D is claiming to be the sun captured and put into a into a capsule for you. Listen, any doctor, put this legal, make sure the doctor is fully aware of the legal question, and say, can the sun be put into a capsule? And is it true that the sun is the biggest vitamin D pill out there? Put it that way. Why should you put it that way? Because he will have to confirm that the sun is the biggest vitamin pill out there. So now you can ask the question, then explain how you got vitamin D from the sun and put it here. Why is it not hot? You see what I mean? When you go under the sun, this sun penetrates your body, because your body is like a solar panel. It penetrates your body. It gets stored in your heart, and your heart uses the energy to pump the heat and the right heat through your system. That's why your blood is warm through your system, and that's why your guts are hot. And this helps to break down the food at different level. At different level. But remember, you haven't really eaten. It's going towards 12. So between 11 and 12, whilst you're sunning, you're going to eat. The sun has reacted with all the enzymes you put into your belly a few hours before at Anopa. the enzymes are fully ready to break down anything, yeah, that you put into your stomach now. So in the afternoon, now you can eat your sausages, your meats, whatever. It's not advisable, but you can eat your solid fibers, your greasy foods, your whatever. But get this, your stomach is aligned with grease removers, with grease stoppers, but natural ones. Your body will take out what it needs. The grease stoppers and the natural stoppers that you put in your stomach before will quickly help digest the food for your body to do that. The sun will add the heat to get the oils out of what you eat. When you eat raw, you know oils come out of peanuts. But when you eat them raw, you don't see the oil. But when it goes inside you, eventually your body will extract the oil. It uses that heat. So this clock is telling you need to suntan for 4 hours at Area Mre. This is the time that should have been called evening, because the 12 o'clock is 12 on one side, 12 on the other. You are evening something out. You're evening time out. So we're finished with the third pot. And if you noticed, we're finished with the third pot, and we've got 3 pots left. Evening. The fourth pot, in Hebrew Iconology T993, they call it Enjomre. But they say their language so fast, they've forgotten how to actually, pronounce it properly and to make meaning of it. But we already know that the word Mre means time. So it's not Enjomre, it's something Mre. And that something is Enjom Mre. Enjom Mre. Enjom means music. Mre, again, as you know, means time. Why? After the third pot, after the evening pot, the sun becomes really strong. And it's not good. It's not, it's growth hormone for some other lives. Because it's one growth hormone, one pill for all living lives. So it's there, and you need to work out when your life accesses it. So you see, it's not every time every animal's out. They know their time. They come out and they go out when needs be. But we've been confused. So we're just there. But once we're done with Iriamre, now we're going to Enjomre. Music time. Why? Because the sun, like I said, is too hot. So we have to draw you away from the sun. Once we draw you away from the sun, this is actually Hebrew time for teaching. Because Enjomre is normally the time known as Anansi sense is so. Anansi sense is so means story time. Anansi story time. But in Hebrew land, it is through Anansi stories they taught greatness. It is through Anansi stories they taught parables. It is through Anansi stories they spoke oralistically. It is through Anansi story they spoke majestically and taught their people. So these stories were the plays. Every day we had theaters, but every house had a theater. We didn't need to go to a centralized theater, and money should be taken out of us. The old people collected the wisdom and they shared it amongst themselves, and they kept sharing it in their private houses. So you see the kids, I will meet with my friends. I'm telling you about back in the day. I will meet with my friends and I will tell them Anansi sense of soul that my grandparents told me the stories from my house, and they will say stories Anansi sense of soul so we would learn from each other. We were teachers. But we also did it with a purpose. The purpose, it was to withdraw you out of the sun that doesn't grow you, that kills you, because it's harsh, and to teach your mind. And Jomre, that will go on, till about 4. 4. At this time, you can have something greasy again, but very light. Yeah, very light. Because believe you me, what you had at Iriamre is helping you. But Enjomre, yeah, you're going to tell another story. You're going to tell stories. Yeah, during these stories, you're going to clap, you're going to sing, you're going to shout, you're going to run. It's exercise, but it's also again just like ahomachi. It's core exercise, singing. You're strengthening your inner core. You're strengthening your immune system. You're doing things that is making your heart beat because your heart gravitates and beats, and it is the pressures of the beating that sends the enzymes rushing around your body. If your heart is not beating, it means things are not running around your body. Possibly means you're dead. So get this. This exercise though, yeah, is voice training, core training, yeah, vocal training.